This is QTV News and I am Jenna Bosonko. Coming up, the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission on Monday resumed its public proceedings. More cabinet ministers continue to appear before MPs to respond to questions relating to their ministries. In Upper Badibu district, we hear how the communities are tackling salt intrusion which threatens their farmlands. A seminar for financial and tax reporters has concluded with the drawing up of a first strategic plan expected to be implemented within 3 months. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. The Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission on Monday resumed its public proceedings. 2 witnesses, Yusuf Mbai and Ibrahim Saidi, appeared before the commission to testify on their victimization during the student protests of April 10 and 11, 2000 in the Kanifing municipal area and Birkamaba, respectively. QTV's Ansumana Isunyasi is covering the proceedings, and this is his report.
Following a 3-week recess, the TRRC on Monday resumed its public proceedings with a continuation of witness testimonies on the April 2000 nationwide student protest. 2 witnesses, Yusuf Mbai and Ibrahim Saidi, appeared before the commission to testify in relation to their victimization after they were allegedly shot by soldiers. First to testify was Yusuf Mbai. In his testimony, he alleged he was attending Pipeline Senior Secondary School at the time of the incident. He alleged he joined a group of students from his school who were protesting following reports of rape and torture allegations against members of the security force. He alleged he was shot in the back as he attempted to flee after soldiers started firing at them.
And they said to me, you've been shot.
Go on.
And I asked them, where was I shot? And they said at my middle of your back.
Can you tell us where exactly you were shot? Or point to us.
It's behind my back, just close to the neck.
What else were you told?
No, can munuma explain. So when
I woke up, I asked them what happened, and they said to me, you were shot. When I asked what was the reason for me being shot, nobody could explain to me.
Furthermore, the witness alleged he was taken to the mortuary and placed beside a number of dead bodies after they thought he was dead. Miraculously, one of the nurses noticed his toes were moving, and so he was rushed to the theater room where he was operated on. He told the commission that weeks after the incident, he was taken to Egypt for further surgery, but that his treatment was cut short following government's refusal to fund his treatment. He was also taken to Scotland for treatment, but again, because of government's refusal to support his treatment, he was brought back home. Next to testify was Ibrahim Saidi. In his testimony, he alleged he was shot by soldiers on the 11th of April 2000 after he went out in search of his 2 children who were attending Birkamaba Junior Secondary School.
After I was shot, I did not get to realize anything else.
Can you tell us where on your body you were shot?
I was shot at my back here, and the bullet came out through here. It came out here.
While he may not be able to identify his shooter, the witness maintains he was shot by soldiers who were firing to disperse the protesting students. He also told the commission that he was admitted at Bansang Hospital for 3 months along with other victims. Ansumana Isonyasi for QTV News.
More cabinet ministers have appeared before lawmakers to respond to questions relating to their ministries. The latest to appear were the Information, Fisheries and Energy ministers. Aliu Cisse is covering the parliamentary hearings and he files in this report.
Parliamentary sessions continued on Monday at the National Assembly. MPs sought, among other things, the mechanisms by the Fisheries Ministry to engage youth in the foreigners-dominated fishing sector. Fisheries and Water Resources Minister James Gomez said one of his ministry's policy objectives is to change the status quo by increasing the participation of Gambian youth and women in the sector.
The mechanism in place by the ministry is to engage Gambians in the fisheries value chain of fishermen, fish processors, fish dryers and smokers, and also in the area of aquaculture, fish farming. The engagement with Gambians will be accompanied by capacity development activities, including the formulation and/or strengthening the organizational capacity of fisheries organization.
According to him, from the 2016 survey, a total of 1,240 head fishermen was counted countrywide, with Gambian nationals constituting the highest proportion of fishermen with 67%. On the apparent high Chinese involvement in the fishing sector, Minister Gomez denied at the time that there was a bilateral fishing agreement between the Gambia and the Republic of China. However, he confirmed there are individual Chinese fishing companies issued with licenses. On any possibility of signing one with Beijing, he had this to say.
Say yes or no to that. I think if they are interested, you see, we don't go out asking people to come and sign an agreement with us. If a country is interested in signing a bilateral agreement, we will look at the advantages and disadvantages, and hopefully we can sign. But as of now, there is no indication that they want to, and we have not asked them to.
However, he confirmed that his ministry has granted approvals to factories that transform fish into fish meal.
I wish to also inform the honourable member that the ministry is not considering the immediate closure of such factories. This is because the scientific data from the yearly acoustic survey on pelagic resources such as bonga and sardinella in the Gambia waters can accommodate the establishment of 5 fish meal factories, even though only 3 such factories are in operation.
Next up was Information and Communications Minister Ibrahim Asila, who was questioned on government's capacity to monitor the yearly turnover of GSM companies in the country.
The International Gateway Monitoring Tool is currently under procurement, and it has the capacity and the features required to perform these functions. Honorable Speaker, upon completion, delivery and commissioning of the tool, the supplier can be engaged to provide reflective quotation to enhance the integrated modules of the system for a comprehensive revenue assurance tool for the sector.
The last to appear was Energy and Petroleum Minister Fafa Sanyang. He updated MPs about the state of the rural electrification project connecting the gap from Wasu to Kauru.
The Minister of Petroleum and Energy has engaged the Islamic Development Bank in collaboration with the electricity and water company of Morocco for the implementation of an off-grid solar project covering most areas in these constituencies.
He informed the Assembly that in view of the significant revenue losses incurred as a result of inefficiencies inherent in the use of all conventional meters, NAWEC has embarked on a modernization campaign to improve efficiency in the grid, transparency to customers, and its revenue collection. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Sise.
7 communities in the Upper Badibu district are on the brink of losing their farmlands due to the adverse effects of salt intrusion. The communities have now turned to a new technique to combat the problem. Our reporter Mamadou Gajaga was there recently and he now reports.
Decades ago, the villages of Badibu Ilyasa, Jumansar Ba, India, Jajari, Jalikunda, Alkalikunda and Jumansar Koto were able to feed on rice they cultivated. Today, not only can they grow rice in swampy areas, neither can they do so in their gardens. For this reason, thousands of seedlings were transplanted across 7 communities through the Mama Tamba Youth Empowerment Project.
This tree planting, because it is a concern, because when you talk about Babylon wetland, because this is where we get all our food, because we grow rice before, in this Babylon wetland, we eat it year around. But this time round, it is not possible because of salt intrusion. You see, so for that being the case, we decide to, with the help of JEP's small grant program, we decided to train the communities because one, we don't want to bring seedlings and give it to them. We train them how to do the seed selections and also how to do the nursery. So the communities are also willing because if they see that it is their own problem. After the training, they do it. They do they embark on it, and then they have raised almost about 10,000 seedlings, which we have transplanted today.
One man who has lived through those years when these wetlands produce a bumper harvest reflected on the past.
If you look, all these areas used to be rice farms. We used to eat rice year in, year out. But when the climate change issue came, initially not many people accepted it. We lived in denial. But now we all realize that this has taken a very big toll on us. Look at this barren land, nothing is here.
Different tree species ranging from cashew, malina, baobab and eucalyptus were planted. Some of the seedlings planted are named after great Gambians, such as the late President Sadauda Jawara and Mama Tamba Jammeh, women who are mostly the rice cultivators and gardeners, and are therefore mostly affected, narrate their ordeals.
Birin faro kunko bala fonyum manko bala be kake manole dali manoje mano man soto.
We used to grow rice in this vast area, but the salt has destroyed the land. Now the land is empty because the soil is damaged. We are driven from our farms by the salt intrusion. We participated in this planting exercise to save our future.
In a very ambitious move, Suleiman Marong of Badibu, India says he plans to nurse 3,000 seedlings that will be transplanted next year. Slowly but surely, these communities are fighting back against salt intrusion. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
We will now go for a short commercial break. When we return, the news continues. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
Wajang hayangi nice de. Hana da nga gena?
Gena? Dedet. Jonge si sal, jonge si wañ. Mange toga.
Sahari mata yi ak sanse bi. Xamani mana ma jaxle. Suma di jaay ak xaritam ya wara ñu añ ci tay. Te ma ngi ni suma mata yi kër yi ñepp toy. Xawma nu ma def.
Man dumay toge mata legi Oryx gas lay toge. Wora, gawna, yombana, tay do ci tilim. Ñaar la ci jënd nak. Harama abal la benn ndax nga baña naaja.
Oryx gas moog ñun ba faw.
Oryx gas mun nga ko am ci bépp Atlas station ci biir réew mi.
It is the new era in broadcasting. We showed it to you with our continuously improving content. With thousands of viewers around the world, now, how do you take advantage of our existing and constantly increasing viewership? Advertise with QTV and reach a large audience. Call us on 3244 or email marketing@qtv.gm. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. QTV Gambia. QTV, a new era in broadcasting. Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News. A seminar on media engagement and orientation for tax reporters and communicators was organized by the Network of Financial and Tax Reporters Gambia chapter on Saturday. The aim was to set a strategic plan to be implemented within the next 3 months. Aji Fatimboop has the rest of that.
The seminar was organized by the Network of Financial and Tax Reporters Gambia chapter in partnership with the Gambia Revenue Authority and the Gambia Bankers Association. The aim is to create strong collaboration between tax reporters and revenue administrations to enhance tax education and awareness. The Network of Financial and Tax Reporters Gambia chapter was launched a month ago, and the strategic plan is expected to be implemented within the next 3 months. The president of the NFTR Gambia chapter, Abdullah Nyoke, says part of the strategic plan is to work closely with tax authorities to embark on a massive awareness campaign to encourage voluntary tax compliance.
They are paying their tax, but they doesn't know how their money have been used. So I think it is very important that we approach to them, we talk to them, we sensitize them, we educate them the importance of voluntary tax compliance and how it impacted to their livelihood.
He further urges the commercial banks to open their doors to his organization and hopes to work closely with other institutions.
We want to work with them, we don't want to leave them behind. And this is especially whereby when most of these commercial banks, they have signed an MOU with GRA in the collection of tax. I think it is very important they involve us also so as we can sensitize the people about this MOU, whereby they can also come to their nearest bank to pay the tax. I think it is very important.
The GRA representative, Usman Bah, advised reporters to be factual with their reports.
So I keep telling myself and people that I talk to, let us be responsible. Let us not allow ourselves to become laughing stocks. Let us be genuine in what we do and what we say. It's about your country.
The NFTR hopes their advocacy for transparency between tax authorities and taxpayers will be a success. Aji Fatou Bintumbu, QTV News.
Animal welfare is an immense challenge in the Gambia due to the lack of academic institutions to train vets and inadequate animal welfare knowledge. Gambia College held a graduation ceremony for 10 students who successfully completed their 2-year certificate in animal health, production and general agriculture. Aisha Jan has the rest of that story.
In the Gambia, the field of veterinary service is nearly vacant as there are only 15 veterinarians nationwide. This has created a massive challenge in treating an estimated 2 million farm animals and in working with a number of charities dealing with the huge number of stray dogs. The Gambia College held an award of certificate ceremony for 10 students under the Weltier Schutzstiftung Vets United Scholarship Program. This batch of ambitious students has successfully completed a 2-year certificate program in animal health and welfare education. National Coordinator of WTS Vets United, Dr. Keba Dafe, says this event is momentous as it is not only a step towards prioritizing welfare of animals, but for the nation at large.
Wherever we go, we have only one word from the farmers. We do not have adequate livestock assistance to serve our animals. And our animals are dying and we don't have enough of veterinary staff on the ground. So the Vets United program is here to address capacity gaps in partnership with Gambia College and the UTG to serve the country. So we think it is a very important program for this country.
Representative for Gambia Horse and Donkey Trust, Dr. Carelia Gracia, commended the graduates for their passion and dedication in their selfless service in advocacy of animal welfare and encourage them to put their training into practice.
Gambia Horse and Donkey Trust, we always stay by the statement that coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, but working together is a success. Guys, you are graduates and the guys behind you that are studying, have in mind the graduation is not the end line, but it's just a start line. You have to keep learning and you have to keep developing.
The president of the National Livestock Owners Association, Ibrahim Jallo, emphasized the recent mysterious brutal killings of 15 cows, describing it as inhumane. He pleaded with the Constitutional Review Committee to include strict laws on the protection of animals in the country's new constitution. Graduate Mahule Sise says as a woman, her decision to be a vet was not an easy one as people were often very discouraging. She says despite this, she never gave up as animals hold a big part in her heart. She shares with QTV her way of advocating against animal maltreatment.
I've been going to farmers with the Animal Welfare Advocates Association. We have been meeting farmers. I've been advocating through drama. I've been advocating through poetry. I've been advocating through face-to-face on radios.
Graduate Tamsir Salah shares his appreciation to WTG Vet United for granting him the scholarship that has helped him realize his dream today. The WTS Vets United Scholarship Program is here to stay. This is the program's first batch of graduates. 10 other scholarship recipients are currently undergoing training, whilst 10 more scholarship packages are to be issued for Gambian students. For QTV News, I am Aisha Jain.
Well, congratulations to them. A German language school, House of Hope, will soon start operating in the Gambia, offering German language classes to promote reintegration and economic opportunities for Gambians planning to migrate to Germany. Babu Karsi visited the school and he files in this report.
House of Hope, the Gambia, is an NGO supported by the Asylum, Migration and Integration Funds of the European Union in Germany. The school will provide an all-inclusive project to help Gambians with the opportunity to start a new life in Germany without facing language barriers. House of Hope School will offer language courses from levels A1, A2, B1 and B2, as well as professional counseling on legal migration to Germany. Migration brings opportunities and challenges. Successful integration of potential migrants to Germany is essential to maximize the opportunities afforded by legal migration and to realize the potential that immigration has for Gambia's development. The German language is the most important prerequisite for a successful life in Germany, and only those who speak the language well have the chances to acquire a well-paid job and integrate successfully. The school, located in Brikama, West Coast region, is registering the first batch of students, with lessons expected to commence soon. Mrs. Wilman Daniela, the school teacher who will deliver the lessons, is already in the country and can't wait to get started.
I expect that we find some people that really want to migrate to Germany and want to work there, because we are always seeing people there coming to Germany over the Mediterranean Sea, and we see how hard it is. I'm teaching these people there, and we can see that they don't have a lot of possibilities. And we have this project because I think it's better for everyone when people start learning German here, try to get a job, and then come to Germany. We think it's the better way this way around, because when you come to Germany and you don't know the language, you don't understand anything, and sometimes you have to write papers and you don't know what you are signing or something, and you don't understand people, and I think it's really hard especially for young people.
Akangela Roneri Krasnigi, a counseling officer, said the objective of the European Union and other partners supporting the House of Hope is to help curb illegal migration.
First of all, it is the avoiding of the back way. That's the first intention we have, that young people don't think that the back way is the only option they have, but that there is an option of preparing yourself while you're in Gambia, and then by this migrating on a legal way with really a possibility to stay in Germany whilst you got your visa and you went there. That's the first aim we have. It is important for people to know that the back way is for sure an option they see, but on the long term it is not giving them a guarantee to stay anywhere in Europe once they arrive there, because the government has changed in Gambia, so there are less options to get any kind of residence in Germany or in any other European country once you're there. So preparing yourself here, learning the language, getting a regular visa, and migrating to Germany on a legal way is really setting a ground so that you can stay in Germany.
The project's champion is Sanabairo Sabali. He explains why Gambians should register at this school.
All your activities are based on the language communication. So if you can't communicate, it means you are nowhere. And like the teacher said already, it is the basic. You learn the language first in your home country, and then you are prepared to where you are going. And Akangela will give us all that information in due course. And then they are prepared mentally, physically, psychologically, and everything that they know. I'm leaving Gambia, for example, and I'm going to Germany, and by then they already would have gotten correct information as to where they're going. And then when they land there, they can already communicate with people, and the integration is like, it will flow like water. Our first batch of students is very, very important for this project and the donors. So if we are able to get more students and they are able to pass the exams, of course, that means we can able to tell them, yeah, we have made a score, a progress, and then they could put in more money, and then the project could lead to other countries, other cities and towns, as Akangila had already put across. Depending on what the student would want to do in Germany, because from experience they can tell us better. It is not only a question of acquiring the visa or the knowledge of German language and go to Germany, and then that's the end of everything. We have to be sure also that when you go there, you will utilize the time to do what you are there for.
All those aspiring to go to Germany should have a knowledge of the German language. The school has started registering students, with the first batch of students for level A1 and A2 being admitted free of charge. The deadline for submitting applications is Wednesday, 18th September at noon. Babukar C, QTV News.
QTV would like to unreservedly apologize for the inadvertent use of the image of one Basiru Njai in our Saturday news story regarding the Janneh Commission report. The picture shown now is the correct image of Basiru Njai, former first deputy governor of the Central Bank, who is barred from holding public office after being found guilty by the Janneh Commission of assisting former President Yahya Jammeh withdraw millions of dollars from the bank. QTV News regrets the error and apologizes to Mr. Njai for any inconvenience the erroneous use of his image may have caused him. We truly apologize for that mistake. Before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. The Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission on Monday resumed its public proceedings. Two witnesses, Yusuf Mbai and Ibrahim Saidi, appeared before the commission to testify on their victimization during the student protest of April 10th and 11th, 2000 in the Kanifing municipal area and Birkama Bar, respectively. More cabinet ministers continue to appear before MPs to respond to questions relating to their ministries. The latest to appear were the Information, Fisheries and Energy ministers. In Upper Badibu district, we hear how the communities are tackling with salt intrusion which threatens their farmlands. A seminar for financial and tax reporters has concluded with the drawing up of a first strategic plan expected to be implemented within 3 months. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Join us same time tomorrow for more news. Thank you for your company.